Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on now, let's go. Put up, 180. Check, 48, the mic. And let's pin the mirrors back.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hey, 18. Right there.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Hey, Alpha. Mike 54.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call into question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Trubisky to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 44. Let's go, defense. 18.
First down, a run with Cohen. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch the curl. 55 Mike. Lock in. Hey, seam 6.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Hey, high 7. Check.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through.
Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Elliott running right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the...
And this is going to be intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where, in order to make that...
And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After one, it's 9-0. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. He's got Burton here. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Second down and goal. Trubisky. It's caught. It's Miller. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Check 55 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
A big run that time by Elliott and even 70 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hey, Zoo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Noah Brown, the Ohio State man, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, let's go. He's coming. Check in. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 26.
Here's Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check. Going to 53.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Get him. Hey, exit.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and...
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Turn up. Kill, turn up. Man, turn. 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Go. Here we go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Robert Quinn. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And just to put everyone on notice, that is his 1,199th catch. So the next one, that'll be 1,200 for his career. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Let's bring it. We're going to 54. Go. Get out there. I got. Henry. Hey, number 28. Mike. He's coming. Check in. Get that quarterback at all costs. Here we go, 47.
To throw is Prescott. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Trubisky will throw. This is caught by Robinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
Let's go. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch.
Looking to throw. Trubisky on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Back to you. Hey, echo. 55. Check. Alert.
Again, it's Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, alert. Mike 55.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's good, and that cuts it to 9 at 16-7.
The score, Cowboys 16, Bears 7.
So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Bears. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breaker.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
5 yards on the play. And it's
47. Bring it, bring it. Right, we're going to 54. Right here.
Prescott from the gun. Now he'll escape to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A first down carry by Elliott. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. That catch a pretty big one, Charles. Now 1,200 career catches.
The numbers that pile up, sometimes we get numb, sometimes we get immune. But 1,200, that gets your attention fully. Congratulations. Phenomenal job. And I don't think he's slowing down yet.
I don't think so either. He makes it look easy, but this one not to be taken lightly.
We got 47. Here we go, 46. 28.
On 2nd and 1, Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Prescott now, flush to his right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's it.
Play action. Now Trubisky. He finds Robinson. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the third. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott caught by Cobb. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Cowboy first down.
Prescott now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Prescott. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Prescott now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. A first down run for Elliott, not going to pan out. He'll, in fact, wind up losing a couple. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 44-yard line.
Here we go. He's coming. Check in. Check.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go. Let's get off the field, D.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. This is Cohen on the toss. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Alert, 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 alert. Smooth. Right there in the middle, 55. Yep.
Here's Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
18. Check. Lucky.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Double dog. That's the way. Hey, ball.
Now Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's gonna be caught. Touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Fielded about a yard deep. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get him much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves him with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Motion, motion, motion.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Taking it about the 16. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
He's back to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 47. 26.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they could